Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better as Real podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on?
Chilling, chilling, Merc. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's snowing out. Well, it was. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
it was that good snow because it wasn't sticking that much except
Yeah.
the cars. So,
Yeah. I'm getting ready for the Super Bowl. It was supposed to show a lot of trailers and supposed to be a good game, so I'm looking forward to that today.
mm, got you. I'm not a
Um,
footballer,
did
but
you see
I.
the DC trailer?
What's that? They have
So
just
DC
a
kind
general
of
trailer for them.
DC kind of put like a little trailer out all the movies that are coming out this year.
No, I did not.
It's like a tiny bits of everything, but this is the first time you actually see motion of The Rock as Black Adam.
And what else they show? Flash and everything. Somebody
They
else.
showed Hawkman from Black Adam. They showed Doctor Fate. They showed Flash. They showed the Batman. They showed Aquaman too.
As in Aquaman also, or you mean the movie Aquaman too?
Yeah, Aquaman too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a brief trailer of all the movies that are coming out. They actually showcased it this weekend. Well, yesterday. So Black Adam looks interesting because I wonder, I want to see where they go with that. Because yeah, Black Adam is supposed to be a villain, so I want to see how they interact that character, and because he is the starring character wise and he's a villain, so I'm
I know
interested in
nothing
seeing where
about
they
that
go.
guy. Nothing about that character.
Yeah, but
All I know is he's cheap as hell as in Injustice. That's all
yeah,
I know.
but you have Doctor Fate that's played by Pierce Bronson, and then you have Hawkman, kind of showing case, and he looked pretty dope. So I was like, all right, he looks good. Doctor Fate looks good, straight to the like it looks just like the comic and shit like that. So I was like, all right, we got some interesting stuff, and The Rock he looks like Black Adam. He actually looks good, so I'm actually interested in that. The Flash one, I want to see more of a trailer. They kind of showcased I'm not a fan of the suit, so that's the reason why I'm like I need to see a little bit more of that. The Batman looks good. I'm just scared of that 3 hour mark. I don't like 3 hour movies. It takes me. I gotta watch it in parts and not just straight through because
Oh no, I
some
didn't know that. That's
yeah.
what they said. That
Oh,
movie's
that's
three
it's
hours.
gonna be 3 hours long.
Ah, jeez. All right, whatever.
And then
If I mean, if it's 3 hours of him whooping people's ass, that's fine.
yeah,
But at some point, they're gonna start talking, and they might lose me.
but yeah, they showcased it. We go on the Recycle Inc. Facebook page. We posted on there, and yeah, check it out. Looks cool. It looks interesting. It looks like we got some interesting DC stuff coming out this year.
As long as it ain't bad.
Yeah,
Because if you worse than Steel, you done messed up.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Um, yeah, because they showed, and then something also that showed this weekend was the first like screens. Like they had pictures of Moon Knight, and one of them happened to be Moon Knight in the suit.
But not just the regular suit. It's the actual three-piece suit
Yes, I
with the hooded, like not the hood, with just the straight up pullover mask. That
yes.
yeah, and the tie and all that. So yeah, he looks dope.
Honestly, when I saw that, it got me excited. I was like, all right, now I'm excited for the show because now I was not sure where they're gonna go with the storyline of Moon Knight, and then now this clearly shows where they're gonna showcase this. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, definitely,
So
definitely. That's the
I'm
one I started reading that series of Moon Knight, which is like very recent, probably like 3 or 4
that was
years
during
ago.
the
I think it
Marvel
was.
Now shit.
So what? It was like maybe 4, 5, 6. How long ago was
Yeah,
that?
around there.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
when Superior Spider-Man came out as well.
Mm. Oh, perfect timeline. All
Yeah.
right, so there you go.
So yeah, that was cool. I'm excited now. I'm like, all right, Moon Knight sold me. That was the little thing I needed to see. I don't need to see nothing else. Like I now I'm just ready for the show.
Mm.
I'm
Now we
excited for
know. Yep, that's good.
that.
That's good.
But yeah, it looks so cool too. So I was like,
And that's supposed to be a series, right?
yeah, it's a TV series. So I think it's gonna be 8 episodes. When it airs, March 28th. I think that's the date that they have.
Okay.
So it's coming.
Has
It's close
anybody
by.
has anybody official said anything about Daredevil? Because I saw so many different reports about the guy being He's in the Marvel universe now. But what does that mean?
Oh well, he was in Spider-Man. If I'm
Okay.
spoiling it now,
No,
but No
but
Way Home, he's in Spider-Man No Way Home.
as far as like his show,
There's no word of a new show yet, but they're definitely signed him to be Daredevil for a something future, but they had not announced anything yet.
all right.
So he is signed.
That's really what I'm waiting for is something else.
Yeah,
with
so he is
Daredevil
signed
as
to
well.
be Daredevil. So like we have him back as Daredevil. Just we don't know when he's gonna come back. I know the Netflix shows are leaving Netflix, so they might be going to Disney Plus soon as well.
They need to take that label off of shows.
Yeah.
Because so many people like, yo, how does it say a Netflix original and it's leaving Netflix? Get out of here.
Because they don't own the rights to the show anymore.
I'm just saying, you can't put that on the show, man.
Yep.
You can't put that name, that little tagline.
Yeah.
Stop doing it.
What else we got? They showed Master Splinter and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
And that is the .emu?
Yep.
It's a brawler, and it's coming out for, I believe, everything. PC, PS4, Switch.
Yep.
PS4 and 5.
I don't want to buy
Xbox.
that game like 3 times.
Thankfully, I don't have to. If I wish that you could share games between PC and the Switch.
So
Why
what
not?
I think why is because I think limited run is during the actual physical copy, so that's why I say might have to buy that game twice.
Yeah, they do get lucky. I think they follow .emu around.
Yeah, they do
Cause
most
they
of their
be-
games.
Because they did Streets of Rage, they follow them around. Like, all right, man,
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim too.
let me make it. The re-release or the original?
The re-release.
They came back and found them again and was like,
Yeah,
yo, y'all putting this out again? Yo, come here. Let me talk to you for a second.
yeah.
I wish they could solve the Ubisoft problem with that game. Let me tell you something. I bought that with a friend of mine, and we could not play the game together because of Ubi's online system.
Oh damn.
You have to play that game on PC through Uplay.
Oh shit, that sucks.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It was not working, and I don't think it does work. I don't think they ever fixed it. So they sold the game on one platform where the multiplayer just didn't work right.
That sucks.
Yeah, Ubi, get your shit together.
That shit better work with Ninja Turtles because you're gonna have a lot of people.
Is that
head.
game, as far as you know, being published by Ubi?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, then that should not be an issue.
Yeah, it should not be an issue. It's looking really cool. I like the animation they're using in that game. Spencer looks really dope. He looks like he's gonna be a fun character to play. So far they showed April and Spencer, and then the rest of the Turtles. I can't wait to get my hands on this game. It has no release date. Originally it was supposed to come out April, but not right now. There's they hush with it, so I don't know. I really would like to see this game this year.
Casey Jones win is my question.
I wonder, like you said, there's like going to be 8 character slots, and Casey Jones being one of them. I could see that 100%. It's just the other two, the other character slot. Who would that be, or who would be your dream character of Ninja Turtle fame to be that last character?
Honestly, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Shredder.
Just to play as them through the game.
I would love it if they let you play as the bad guys. Yep.
That would be cool. Like if they actually did like a bad guy version of it, like through their point of view, and then make them seem like they're the good guys, but the Turtles were the bad guys. I wouldn't mind that.
I would just like it. Just as a special character. Like you beat the game, you unlock Shredder. That's all I want.
You know what game that did that? The Transformers, the War for Cybertron. Like you saw the storyline in both views. You saw the Decepticons and then you saw the Autobots.
Okay.
So it was actually pretty cool. Like you fought Optimus Prime as the villain in the Decepticons. You fought yeah. So it was actually pretty cool. So I wouldn't mind that. It would actually be cool. You said Mondo Gecko, and I can actually really see Mondo Gecko now. Because how the animation is, and I'm like, yeah, like he was one of the more popular ones that teamed up with them. I said the frogs, but I don't like. Then you have to put 4, and like they're not gonna put 4 frogs. So
yeah.
I said Ace Duck because I saw the animation of him. I saw them
Hmm.
actually draw. I actually seen drawings of him for the game, and I was like, it might be Ace Duck.
I think I think also that we haven't been shown like what their version of the story mode is going to be for this because it's an arcade beat 'em up style
Yeah,
game, so it's not going to be in depth,
yeah.
but there's probably going to be characters from the universe
They
talking to
said
you at some point.
it's heavily based on the '87 cartoon.
So yeah, that makes sense. So that
So
means anybody from that toy line is game, right? That
yeah,
nasty pizza man could be in there for all we know.
yeah, he can, he can, just to
Well, you
piss
know
you off.
what? Since it's harder to guess who the guest characters
Yeah.
are, it's easier to guess who do you think the bosses are?
Oh, you're gonna get the Bebop Rocksteady. You're gonna get Shredder. You're gonna get Crane. I can see the the General Trag and the other Rock dude. I could see Slash. I could see Baxter Stockman as the robotic, and also the Fly. I could see Rat King. I could see
Do we get another evil metalhead?
I can see Metalhead as well. Metalhead. I think that fan wise too, that would be a fan favorite to come back. So I can see
Mm-hmm.
Metalhead as well. Like the villains you got, like the more popular villains you're gonna get.
Where's Mutagen Man? Is he good or bad?
He's actually considered being a good guy because Shredder kind
Oh,
of
okay.
like fucked with his head, and then he ended up helping the turtles.
So maybe
Um,
Mutagen Man, you beat him up and then he's a good guy.
I wouldn't mind some of the like I could see Slash definitely. Leatherhead.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about Leatherhead?
I could see
Uh,
something like that Ground Chuck and
what
Dirtbag.
about the Rat King?
Yeah, Rat King definitely. I could see that Ground Chuck and Dirtbag one, the mole and
Mm-hmm.
the
What about the Triceratons?
I wonder if they are like again like if he got lied to before.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Manhattan Projects. You had the Triceratops on the cover, and he's not in the game whatsoever.
Nowhere.
There's
Where he
nowhere.
at? I
Yeah.
don't know.
No.
Do you think we get a guest spot? Maybe like they were in the background flying by in a car
Maybe.
of the neutrino.
We don't know how in depth and how long this game is gonna be. So I named like maybe 10 characters that I highly doubt it's gonna be
I
10 stages.
just based on the style of game, I think it's gonna be 10 to. It can't be no more than 12 stages, but I
Okay.
think it's probably gonna be 8 to 10.
Okay.
Because those style of games is like you can't make it too long, because then
Yeah.
it becomes a challenge to play through the whole thing. And then the other thing about those games is sometimes you end up having a favorite stage, and it's like the third stage, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, I gotta play all the way to stage 15. I can't. So I think it's probably gonna be between 10 and 12,
I think 12.
like Streets of Rage.
12 would be strong. Because
Um,
then you could play with
the
the
pizza
stages
monsters
a
are
bit
probably
more.
gonna be there. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could put like Bebop and Rocksteady like in the beginning, and then final stage of the Bebop and Rocksteady they fight together.
What costumes will they have in this game?
They'll have their basic shit. They're not
No, I
cheap.
mean, well, yes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Turtles in Time. Didn't that invent the pirate ones, or was that from something?
They had it was only in the Super Nintendo one though.
No, I'm just saying that. Boss, there we go. I'm
Yeah,
saying, didn't the video game invent outfits for those characters,
yeah,
or was that from like a
yeah.
comic book or something?
No. They made the pirate Bebop and Rocksteady.
So I'm just saying, I'm wondering what interesting costumes could this game invent for
But
an
Super
old.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
So, I mean, don't say that.
The superhero ones, the superhero suits. I want those NECAs. I want them as NECA figures. I really
No,
do.
I was saying you said super. I'm thinking like the when they transform like Super Shredder. I would imagine that'd be cool. They never did that, did they?
Nah, they were robots.
That's
They
the
had
only thing
robot
they did.
versions of them, yeah. And then they also did
So
like they had
then,
superhero costumes.
so there you go. They can make super Bebop and Rocksteady, and you just turn mad big.
Yeah,
I like that.
that'd be cool.
I would like.
But yeah, I want this game to come out already. Like I really want to play this game. It looks really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be really good. Again, I'm gonna land up buying it twice. I'll probably buy it on the PS5, and then I'll probably buy it on the. I'll probably buy the limited run, physical version on the Switch.
I also hope the soundtrack is good because the Streets of Rage soundtrack. They found some people to do really
Yeah.
good music. So I hope also this Turtles game they
Yeah.
find people who make really good music.
And it just looks like it's gonna be fun. Like it looks, the gameplay and everything looks just. You know
And
what
I
the
hope the
gameplay
online
reminds me
doesn't
of?
suck. I hope the online doesn't suck because Streets
Yeah,
of Rage is kind of up and down.
yeah. You know what game it reminds me of more than like the actual Turtle arcade game?
What's that?
I'm getting like X-Men vibes with this game.
I I I see stuff that makes me feel that it's more complicated than that.
Yeah,
There's wall bounces. I think there's ground bounces. Feel like this is like Turtles in Time with a sprinkle of Streets of Rage 4.
yeah.
That's what I feel like this is.
Cause like
Because
Splinter.
it has the screen movement of Turtles in Time,
Yeah,
but it's not just do combo man fall.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see there's complexity to it. So I
Like
don't.
like
That's what I feel.
like Splinter's gave me like Nightcrawler vibes or one of his specials. I think that's why I said got the X-Men vibe in it.
Oh, okay.
Cause he has like the claws, but he's the kind of teleports with the claws.
Mm-hmm.
Splinter.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I really hope it comes out this year. I really do.
Does he actually fight
Yeah,
in anything else?
not in the in the '87 cartoon. He has his moments that he did, but other than that, he's lazy ass. He just eats
Okay.
sushi
Okay.
and had the turtles rob people for money so he could buy sushi.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, the turtles rob people. I declare that because they have a lot of stuff and they buy a lot of pizza and they have no jobs. And I feel like
Mhm.
when they stop a robbery, they rob the robbers.
I feel like you know what it is. At some point, if you work for the Domino's or whatever it is, you got to stop sending pizza to the manhole. Stop delivering to the manhole.
Well, even in the cartoon they never ordered Domino's. They had like Ninja Pizza and shit.
Well, you know what I mean, like the whatever your company is. 'Cause,
Ninja
like,
Pizza. And they went to get it
they-
themselves. It fucking Michelangelo was making pizza at home.
Wait a second. What?
Yeah, he made pizza.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He made pizzas as well.
I
That
forgot
crackhead,
about
he learned how to cook it.
Damn, man. Didn't they have an oven too? That's right. Donatello made a pizza oven, didn't he?
Yeah. Donatello, like, again, like, he's a scavenger. And then I feel like the turtles rob people and take their money and they buy pizza. And sashimi,
Nice.
because sashimi is expensive. Like, Splinter eats expensive sushi.
Oh, man.
Ah, them turtles.
Splinter's a bad influence.
He is. Again, like I said, 2012 Splinter is the best one. And he was the daddy. And he was the one that when you see him going into a fight, he's going to fuck something up. To this day, that's my favorite one.
Does he have the ninjutsu like that? The spells and whatnot? Or no, was he just a straight...
No,
Ass-
he's just
ass-
a
whoop
straight,
your ass.
I'm going to whoop your ass.
Okay.
Straight hands and pressure points.
Got you.
He actually did the with the pressure points and shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, man. I love that series. I can't wait to get to that series.
Cool.
Yeah, right now we're doing season 8, 9, and 10.
Good.
We're going to do those because they're all
Good.
10 episodes. So we're just going to do that all in one shot.
Nice.
And then we go into next mutation.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I feel like I like to torture myself. We would go through these movies. I go through these shows, and there's a lot of bad. I think we watched. Actually, no. I won't say that. I think we watched some. I think we watched a lot of surprising ones, but I watch a lot of bad. Like we watched Mystic Force. If you listen to Morphincast, it's up now. You can definitely check it out. I hated Mystic Force. I hated it. I did not like that show. It was bad. And I hate capes.
Check that out.
I hate capes. No capes. But yeah, like yeah, it just like there's a lot of things like we watching and we actually really think about it. It's like, damn, there's a lot of bad shit that's out. Shit, we did the video game movies last year, and how Mario is the top in the top five, and everyone hates that movie. It blows my mind sometimes. But I always tell people like, why we watch the movie like now, and you might feel something different. And I think that was like the Mario when we watched it.
I wonder if the charm is there, right?
Yeah.
Is it there?
Yeah, it still is.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
rewatching the '87 cartoon has been up and down. Like, it had its bad seasons, but like it has been pretty decent as well. Like, there's the comedy there, there's still laughter, but I also got to realize that again during this time, you had to realize where the companies were at making this and what it was catered to. As in later on
Mm,
cartoons, they're made more story oriented because they are made story based with it. As in back then, they're just made to sell you toys and want you to buy toys, and they want to show those characters and those vehicles because they want you to buy them toys. And yes, it's like different process, but yeah, we're watching season 8, 9, and 10 now, and we lost a cool theme song.
mm,
It's
okay.
not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Teenage. That's what it is now. They kind
Gotcha.
of combined the
Gotcha.
movie with it though.
Gotcha.
Anyway, move on. But yeah, I can't wait for that game. I really can. That's like one of the games that struck on my list that I must buy day one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Bye.
are you gonna get Elder Ring?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe not day one, but if I don't get it day one, that means I have to mute words, man,
Yeah.
because people gonna be spoiling.
I've been very like I've been doing my research on it. I've been looking at videos and stuff like that, and it's getting me like interested in the game.
Hmm.
My friend said like you actually play it with multiplayer. You could play with people.
You can't play it. It's not. How do I put it? Because there's areas where you cannot co-op.
Yeah.
Because there's like they don't want the entire game to be played co-op because it's not
Okay.
that type of game. But if you, it's a situation where when you're going through an actual dungeon and stuff,
Yeah.
where like not the overworld and there's certain spots where like you go in a cave or you go in a castle and stuff. Like that's where they want you to summon other players and multiplayer. But like yeah, for the most part, if you got a friend, you can like straight up. This is the first game where they went out of their way to make it more friendly
Yeah.
for your friends to play together.
Okay.
Like
I'm
there's a whole
interested in it
password
though,
system and there's a lot of stuff they're doing to it.
cause I
I just
also
wanted to
like
put out
the.
there.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to put out there. I From soft games have hit or miss netcode. So up until this point, there'd be times where in Dark Souls
Okay.
where somebody invades your game or you playing with a friend and you know they are a little phantom walking around with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they teleport and they just randomly teleport into a backstab behind people. Or if you're fighting somebody that's a person,
Yeah.
they teleport behind you and stab you in the back and kill you
Oh
in one
shit.
hit and you're like, what just happened? And so that experience is it's 50-50.
Okay.
That's all I can really say. It's a
Yeah.
lot of people that enjoy it a lot, but the internet experience, they got to work on that. I don't know.
I'm looking at that because right now I'm in a dilemma. Like I'm looking at Horizon Zero Dawn, Into the West, and I'm
Mhm.
also looking at Elder Ring. They both come out within the next couple of weeks and shit. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm not sure yet. I might wait on Horizon because I know it's a big game, and right now I'm not in the mood to like get into that big ass world and shit. So I might hold off maybe a month or two. But I know the game is gonna be good. It looks beautiful. But the Elder Ring one just got me interested because I saw the create a character stuff and this how silly you could get your character and shit. So I was just like, I might have some
Yeah,
fun with
yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. It comes out in 2 weeks, right?
I believe it's the last week of the month because I
Oh,
think they
okay,
pushed
cool.
it back. It might be. Yeah, I don't think it's actually next week. I think it is the 28th or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's the end of the month, I think.
Yeah. So I
Um,
mean, I'm definitely gonna pick it up, but I gotta. I'm gonna keep my eyes off of the people who have it early and
Yeah.
whatnot. I don't want to be spoiled. I've already seen that there's some stuff they brought back from the old games
Yeah.
that's my kind of jank.
Okay.
I can just tell you what it is. There's a spell that in the old games it could turn you into like background items. So
Okay.
you could turn your character into like a bush.
Okay.
And so, but the part where it gets the funny jank part to it is like your character is a bush walking around the world, and it's just a sliding bush. So, so the people who were doing the article, I think it was Games Radar, I think it
Yeah.
was, and that's the preview I read, and they said that you could like totally do stealth, like as long as the enemies don't see you sliding around, you could turn into like whatever the background item is, and the enemy will just walk right past you. But then they said the AI now is competent enough where they don't just like glitch through you; they walk around you. And I'm like, that all right. It's a small thing. It's a small thing.
Yeah.
So I look forward to being a sliding bush in Elden Ring. So I'm
Cool.
happy. That's all I. That's all I need.
I'm looking forward to it.
Stupid stuff.
Last thing I have. Did you see the last like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer?
No, I did not.
That
I
movie
didn't
looks
even
like
know
it's
there was
gonna
one.
be really fucking good.
And how long ago was that?
So they had the first trailer when they introduced Knuckles,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're gonna have a one playing through the Super Bowl. They're gonna have a new trailer playing through the Super Bowl, and yo, I'm like, Jim Carrey is straight out fucking Dr. Eggman now, like bald with the big mustache and stuff like that. They have the Chaos Emeralds. They're adding like so much elements of the game into the movie. Like I'm like, yo, this is gonna be probably one of the best video game movies if they do if it's done like the way that it looks like. Like it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Gotcha. I look forward to it. I don't know if I want to watch it now. I mean the trailer. I want to avoid it.
I think they didn't like if you watch the first trailer. I think they did not like spoil much. They just introduced Knuckles, and that was the only thing. But they didn't really introduce him to what he's gonna be doing in an extent. Like he just like catches Sonic, and then that's it. And you hear Idris Elba say his thing because that's the voice of Knuckles.
Do you really get to hear him say something this
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
He's like, oh, he says something about his power, like he don't need this power or something like that.
Gotcha. He didn't
It looks
say
good.
my emeralds.
Yeah, it looks good.
See?
It looks good.
That should be the only thing he says.
Show you the way.
My emeralds. Yes, yeah, sure you do. Yes.
It looks good though. I'm excited.
I mean, good. That's what we need. No bad movies like the ones we sometimes have to watch.
Yeah,
It's not good.
but at least this week we didn't have a bad one.
That's true. That's true.
Want to get into it?
That's about it, right? Because I don't really have anything else.
Yeah. So
Except that I will say, because of I told you earlier, because of King of Fighters, 15
yeah,
releasing soon, that SNK has put out, like they've given codes out to certain people, like in the fighting game community, also just people who make content in general, but like fighting games.
yeah.
So you're seeing a bunch of people either streaming it or they're talking about it, having reviews and stuff about it. So it's just cool. It's been a long time coming, and it looks good.
Cool.
It does look good. So
Cool.
I'm excited.
I might have to like. I was watching Guilty Gear today, and I'm like, you know what? Next time is on like a good sale, I'll probably get it because I had a hankering to play a fighting game, so I'm like, might have to look at. I might check out the King of Fighters as well because I've been hearing good things. I think I was telling you that in Kind of Funny Games, I think Blessing he got a copy of the game, so he was talking about it, and he has like a lot of positive things about it. So
Good.
and he said the net play was been decent as well.
That's the one thing they went back and they did not want to release it without changing it.
Good.
So that's what I'm saying. For fighting games, that's a blessing because a lot of companies are not being dismissive,
Yeah.
like Capcom was with Street Fighter 5, because people told them
Yeah.
this was. I mean, obviously, it was 6 years ago before the the things that we have now that have rollback that are easily accessible, they weren't around, right?
Yeah.
But now there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Now when an indie fighting game that one guy makes has rollback netcode and it's like, yo, why you can't do this, Capcom? You got like 50 guys.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
You can't
So
release a half-ass game too.
so like no more companies, please don't release your fighting games. So that means Tekken 8 whenever they better not do that.
Yeah.
They're gonna burn the house down. Anyway.
All right. Going into this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Yes, sir.
two decades of comic book and superhero movies from 1978 to 2000. And sadly, and then also we had a big discussion of what we're doing after, and we're just gonna continue. So it's gonna go even further than that, but we're gonna finish this list first, and then we'll go into the next list, and then we'll start it at one again. Well, Blade and X-Men will just mix into the next list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, there was a lot of movies there too. Did you actually look? Did you look at the list?
I saw the one you put on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like 143 movies.
I mean, that's not even that much longer than this one, right? It wasn't like we did 40 movies. We did like a lot of
66.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And then we're almost done with this one anyway. So there's always something to talk about. So I'm always fine with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 2 decades of comic book superhero movies. Our movie this week is 1999's or 1998's.
Yeah. True enough. True enough.
Was it 1998?
So who's it directed by?
Is it 1998?
Well, the release date here is 1999. No, July 22nd.
99? Okay. So 1999's Mystery Men.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Ben Stiller.
Yes, sir.
So,
So scrolling down, who was involved in this movie, we had the director Kinka Usher.
he didn't really do much.
I don't see much.
He did some music videos.
Yeah,
Some
that's
bubble
about it,
commercials.
really. Actually, yeah, not much.
The writers did something though. Like what's
So
the
writing credits is Neil Cuthbert and Bob Burden.
He's the one that wrote the comic book series, and then Neil Cuthbert, he wrote Pluto Nash.
I mean,
That was terrible. And he wrote Hocus Pocus and also the Return of the Swamp Thing.
was that the TV? The TV
Yeah,
movie?
TV movie.
I saw that once.
Yeah.
I hardly remember it, but I know it happened. Pluto Nash. Did you ever see that?
Oh, it's terrible.
I never got to see it, so no.
Thank God it's not.
I
Actually,
feel like
no, it's not because it's not a superhero. He's an astronaut and shit. So thank God he's not out of this.
I feel like when Eddie Murphy and Tim Allen both went into space, I just weren't watching their movies.
Yeah.
Because doesn't Tim Allen have like 3 space movies?
Tim Allen has
Or like his team or something.
Galaxy
like that?
Quest.
Yeah, like
I didn't like that
That's-
movie. I thought that was corny as shit. A lot of, you know what? I think a lot of the humor just I didn't care for.
okay.
But yeah, Galaxy Quest.
So, well, I guess that's about it for these guys. So the cast, and we have Hank Azaria as Blue Raja / Jeff, Janine Garofalo as Bowler, William H. Macy as Shoveler / Eddie, Kel Mitchell as Invisible Boy, Paul Rubens as Spleen, Ben Stiller as Furious / Roy. We have my man Wes Studi
Yes.
as Sphinx Sagat. He wins. We have Greg Kinnear, like we said before, Captain Amazing Lance, Jeffrey Rush as Casanova Frankenstein. We have Lena Olin as Dr. Annabelle Leak, Eddie Izzard as Tony P, Artie Lang as Big Red, Uh, Praz Mitch. I didn't know that was Praz from the Fugees.
Mm-hmm.
Praz. Is it Mitchell or also Michael? Because I think it might be Michael. Michelle. As Tony C. Um, Claire Forlani as Monica. Tom Waits as Doc Heller.
She was the chick. That's where I know her from. I was like,
Louis
well,
Lasser
looking
as
at her.
Violet.
Sorry,
Hmm.
I was looking at Claire Folia, and I was like wondering where I know her from. Like, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, yo, she was in something I watched recently, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I just looked her up, and she's in Mall. She was the chicken Mallrats, and I'm like, motherfucker, that's where you from.
She's also on something
Yeah.
that I believe we watched not that long ago. The
Oh,
Name of
in
the
the
King.
Name of the King. Oh, fuck that movie.
That's what I remember her face from the most because I saw that before. I saw that more recent than Mallrats,
I watched
and
Mallrats like 3
yes,
weeks ago.
okay, okay, but yes, I looking at the poster of In the Name of the King. She is right there.
Oh yeah. Fuck that movie.
Yes, not
Did we like that
no,
movie? I don't remember. Like, it's been
no,
a minute.
it got a middling. We gave it a. It's
Yeah.
alright.
It was like the bowl movie.
It was the bowl. Yep.
The bowl.
Not even
You know
the
that movie
transporter
has
can
like 3
save it.
sequels?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And I think none of them are starring what's the transporter, right?
Nah. Dolph Lundgren is in the second one, and Dominic
Wow.
Purcell is in the third one.
Wow. All right. That's
Hey, Dolph Lundgren.
mm-mm.
Anyway,
uh
but yeah,
Ernie Lee Banks as Ted. I'm just going through because there's a hell of a lot of freaking celebrities in this movie. It's just a
yeah, they had a
lot.
lot. They had a lot of people on this.
A lot. Michael Bay. Is that the Michael Bay? Yeah. Michael Bay was one of the frat boys. That's
Oh, nice.
crazy. This is one I remember because they had the entire Goody Mob: Timo, CeeLo Green, Big Gip, and Cujo.
Yes, I realized. I recognize CeeLo Green.
Yeah, when he said we have the Goody Mob, and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
the real Goody Mob? Like, yo, I forgot they were in this. Like, I don't want to stop reading the names of the people in the movie because it's just a lot, but I have to. I have to. Anybody else really big though that you see? Oh yeah,
um,
Dane Cook.
yeah.
Dane Cook was the
Dan
waffle.
Cook, like he was, that was a good first appearance. Yeah, the waffler.
Dana Gould as Squeegee Man. Like, yo, there was mad celebrities in this movie.
Yeah. So, the movie itself.
I mean, I will say it's the movie was as fun as many people that are celebrities in it. It was a fun, like, really charming movie. And I said it if for some reason after I saw that Hank Azaria was in it because
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him. I My opinion of this movie changed to I believe this takes place in the Simpsons universe. That's how it feels. It's so silly and random,
Yeah.
and it has a lot of small details that if you pay attention to them, they will crack you up.
Yeah.
That is one thing I really like about this movie. So
This movie,
initial impression is very good.
I like the fact that it was just different pace of things that we've been watching, and everything that we have kind of watched for a while been serious, or
Mhm.
like kind of more of a like the typical superhero movie. As in this one is more a comedy first and then superhero movie kind of thing.
Yes,
So I
yes.
actually had the comedy, it had everything. Um, it was enjoyable. It was not like one of the it had its moments. The spleen had me laughing most of the time because
Hmm.
he was just a weird nerd.
He was a very weird guy, but it was funny.
But I enjoyed that. Ben Stiller's character kind of annoyed me after a while.
Did he? I thought it was fun.
He annoyed me a little bit. Like, I didn't like his shit. So,
I like
but
I like I like Roy's arc where he just became Roy.
yeah, he was just Roy. Other than that, like I liked the William H Macy. I like I actually think the characters were fun.
I
I
thought
enjoyed it.
Janine Garofalo was awesome in the movie.
He
I
yelling at
thought,
her bowling ball.
yeah, I appreciate. You know, what I wish that if you watched the movie with captions, you could see what the hell was saying. I
Yeah,
wish because that was hilarious. Like she nailed that part of talking to that bowling ball.
yeah.
Kel was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love the part when he went to his house. He was like, "Dad, I'm going to my room with three strange men."
Yeah.
His father, like this is something I know because of my job.
Yeah.
He was reading, I think, like the Sing Tao or World something. He was reading a specific Chinese newspaper, and that
Yeah.
had me dying. Again, his black father was reading a Chinese newspaper.
Yeah.
It was just like, you can't, if you weren't paying attention, you missed it. You
Yeah.
straight up missed that. And also the million and one references in Kel's room. Like I was just that scene when they were showing the wide shot when they
Yeah.
were all just standing there talking to him. I was just looking around the room and it was just a ton of stuff in it.
Cool.
It's like, wow, this thing, that thing. That was like this hero. There was something in there that looked like it was a prediction of something that happened like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It looked no okay. Do you know how old Attack on Titan is? Is that less than 10 years old?
Yes.
So there's a figure in Kel's room. If you look at it, it has the exact face of the big Titan from Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
With like the bones and then the meat in between, like the cheeks. You know how like the cheek you see is mostly bone, and then you see like the little red spots, and then the head is red and stuff, like the muscle and stuff. It looked legitimately like the big Titan from Attack on Titan. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy.
I'm trying to see when the manga came out.
Yeah, I mean, is it from? If I wouldn't surprise me.
Nah. Yeah. Way beyond because
okay.
Manga 09 and cartoon was 13.
Gotcha. So that was something that blew my mind. That was like, that looks like that.
Cool.
I just really liked the story. Like it kept me engaged the entire time because I realized also, I don't think we said it, the movie is PG-13 and it's 2 hours and 1 minute. So it's longer than most of the movies we've been watching recently by 20, maybe 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The last one we watched was like an hour and 10.
Thank God.
So like, yes. But I'm just saying, like, literally, this movie is actually longer than some of the ones we watched. It did not feel that long. It did not drag for me.
It was crazy. It made me laugh, and just kind of the turn of events in the movie is like, so they had like the Captain Amazing character and shit like that, and I actually liked him because he kind of reminded me of the boys in a way because he's like sponsored and shit like that. He's making money over a company and things like that. So I kind of dug that. The fact that he's the one that released the main villain and that would line up being his death was fucking retarded as hell. But I understood, like he was fucking bored.
I saw, yeah. He was telling the truth when he said, yeah, I've basically done, everybody's away. And when the lady said, so is that it? Are you going to have to retire? And he's like, you basically put away every super villain. And he's like, that's a problem I look forward to having. I'm like, I think so. And then they say he's losing his Pepsi endorsement, and then it snapped him out of his daydream.
Yep.
That was hilarious. Like he was all smug, and he's like, "Is it true you lost your Pepsi endorsement?" I was like, "Wait, he got Pepsi?" And he had this straight up Japanese Pepsi logo on it. And the only thing that popped into my head when I saw that was Pepsi Man. I was like, damn, he's the original Pepsi Man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like so there's that subplot of him releasing the villain, and then that villain releasing all of his villains, and getting all the gangs back together.
And sharpening pinky.
Sharpening his pinky. Blowing up the asylum. Like, that dude was nuts. I like the scene where he meets him in his lair before he gets captured, and he's like, "Will you please deactivate like the nerve gas?" And then it was something crazy that he had in his slippers, and he's like, "Oh, okay, yes."
Yeah.
And then he deactivated something, some pin. Not a pin. It's like a little, I don't know what you call it. I guess a stirrer.
Yeah.
His stirrer had some type of evil device on it. It was just like, there's so many stupid little intricate details in this movie, and like that's kind of what put it over for me. It was like,
it was fun. It was fun, right? The characters were fun too.
Stupid. It had so many little non sequiturs.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, it has so many non sequiturs between the different characters, and then the sub characters, even the villains.
Yeah.
Like even the disco villains made me laugh. I
Yeah.
love when they tried to kill
Freaking
him in the alley.
their guns were ridiculous too. They had like
Yeah, the one of
sensors.
the banana clip on the top, like
Yeah.
dude. But I love that scene when they so the villains ended up confronting the heroes outside of the diner in an alley
Yeah.
after they formed the first team, right? They got Janine Garofalo after they had the ridiculous casting at
That
the
was funny.
shoveler's house,
That was probably one of my
and
favorite scenes.
the wife threatened to leave him, and that's
Yeah.
when we see Dane Cook as the waffler.
Yeah.
And then the squeegee man, and then the other guy, the freaking the penciler with
Yeah.
his kid, son of the penciler. Like, Jesus, you got to get your
I think
kid
that was
killed
one
out here.
one of my favorite scenes. That one like popped me and it made me laugh.
And then you get to see Bowler. She shows off the power, and like they're like, yeah, we got to have her, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, the villains confront them, and the way that the disco guys line up and they form up, and it looks like the cover of an album. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, I love this. I love everything about that stupid disco game.
Yeah.
It was so dumb
It
in
was a
the
fun
right way.
movie. It was a fun.
And that's where also you see Wes Studi show up, and I was like, I didn't know he was in this movie. He's terribly mysterious. The
Yeah.
Sphinx. He can cut guns in half with his mind, and he cut guns. It was just so stupid. Like, so the thing that I really liked, apart from the fact that this was like a ragtag group of misfits, right, was also the fact that there was ridiculous superpowers that actually existed.
Yeah. Like the spleen.
That's the thing that is like, it's not just them being crazy people. It's the fact that no, Bowler actually does have a possessed bowling ball with her father's head in it, and it can fly around.
Yeah.
Wes Studi can literally cut guns in half with his mind. What? It's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
And like that stuff mixed with how crazy they were, it was just like, oh, this movie is good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
That was fun.
And it had an Artie Lang cameo.
Yeah.
I love Artie Lang.
So where are you gonna put this in your list?
I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
4.25.
Was thinking a 4?
So this will be your
4.25.
only one. That's a 4.25.
All right.
4.25, and it's your number 13.
Gotcha.
Mystery Men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Kel turned invisible.
Yeah.
He really did.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna give it a 4, and it's gonna be my number 20. It was a fun movie though. It was a change of pace because it was more comedy focused than the actual superhero thing. Like it was a big part of it, but at least it was more comedy than anything. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. So yeah, I give it a 4. So our next movie is Virus.
What the hell is that?
Me either. Jackie told me Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. That's the only thing I know about it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's our next movie. We do have 6 to go of this list.
Gotcha.
So the last remaining movies will be The Virus next week. We have where is it? Oh damn it. There it is. We have Virus next week. We have Citizen Toxie following that week. We have The Crow's Salvation, The Specials, Unbreakable, and X-Men.
Okay, cool.
So we're wrapping it up. And I guess that's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Recyclonate. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. We rap, Merc.
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Merc with the mic. Follow our easiest way to listen, Spotify. Follow our weekly cast, I guess, but I swear, and the Wrestling Babble, and our monthly The Morphin Cast, Not a Trekkie, Gamer Rage, and Shell Shock. Also, our Facebook pages, The Red Cyclone Inc. and The Wrestling Babble. We're very live in on there, so definitely check those out, especially during pay-per-views. We do the polls and have a lot of conversations, so definitely check that out.
Yes, sir. Do it.
And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Follow the Jinkies because he's hungry.
He could be a mystery man.
Yeah, he could. Yes, he could.
He's the sandwich, the sandwich keeper.
You don't want to find out what his power is.
What was the Homer Simpson one? I think he was the Pie Man.
That's what hero he was, the Pie Man?
Yeah, Homer Simpson was Pie Man. He just like threw pies at people's faces.
Were they full pies or were they like hostess fruit pies?
No, like full pies.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. That would be Jinkies.
You ever lift the pie with one hand? A good pie is kind of heavy, man.
Well, anyway, Jinkies could be the condiment man, like the real life condiment man. There you go.
The condiment king? No.
The condiment king.
No. Don't do that to him. What's the other guy that I remember that episode of the animated series, the Condiment King? What was it, the Rat Trap? Rat Trap or something like that? Don't do